Sports. Darren Johnson, brought to you by Steve Foley Law, the MVP of your case. Settle for more with Steve Foley Law. Obviously, that play will that play will be remembered for a long, long time, maybe forever, by Bills fans. Darren Johnson had a nice night. In addition to that, I mean, 6 tackles. He was unleashed as a blitzer off the slot corner spot a number of times in this game. But obviously, I mean, that's an all-time career highlight play for Taron Johnson. A 101 yard, it turns out, official pick 6.
Taron Johnson, Weber State, pick 121 of the 2018 draft. One pick after Will Dissly. Why don't they remember the 2018 draft for Taron Johnson? Oh, the quarterbacks. That's good point, Joe, in my ear. Josh Allen here from the locker room. It's brought to you by the Barnes firm. Injured? Call 1-800-8-MILLION. Thanks, Josh.
Hey, Josh, Dan Fates in Rochester. We've asked you guys after big games, the locker room's been hungry. Dion said it was a party. I mean, Dion was pretty hyped up in the Zoom call. Does this feel like you guys let some emotion out in this game, post-game maybe?
Maybe post-game. Just, guys see what people say on TV. Me and the whole team, we didn't have a chance. That's what a lot of people said. Credit to the Ravens, playing some of the hottest football in the league. That's a really good team we just played. And I'll say that over and over again. They're the real deal, especially on, their whole team. But our guys played today with a hungry attitude. You saw the results.
I'm not going to put words in your mouth or say that you guys felt disrespected, but was there extra motivation this week, just with maybe some of the other outside noise?
I mean, every week we play, there's extra motivation. That's to get a chance to play in the next week. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's what everyone wants.
Thanks, Josh.
Josh, it's Sean Worrell. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, War.
Now, just to put how much confidence does a win like this? Being able to rely on your defense to seal a win like that. I know it's happened a few times, but for it to happen in a divisional playoff game, how much confidence does this give this team overall going into next week?
I don't think it adds any more confidence than we have in ourselves right now. We're a team that believes in each other. We're taught to play great situational football. That's what we did tonight. And we're always going to have that confidence in each other. We practice extremely hard. We're extremely well coached. It speaks volumes to the guys that's built in our office, the guys that they brought in. Terry and Cam for what they've done for this organization. There's just a lot riding on every game. We know that it's going to be tougher for the year. We're either playing at home against the Browns or we're going to Kansas City. So you got to be prepared for either one and try to go actually be a play.
And just lastly, I mean, with all the attention that's been put on you and Diggs and the offense and Dave and all that stuff, well, what about the fact that the defense showed up and deserved some love today? A lot of love.
I can't say enough words for what that game was for our defense and how they played. Like I said, Taron Johnson with play that people are going to remember for a long time here in Buffalo. One of those potentially franchise-altering plays, guys that just step up and do their job. Like I said, he made a play when we needed it the most. That's what our defense did. They stepped up huge, and it was fun to watch.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Jeff, congrats on the win. Just in the early stages of the game, you guys had a little trouble finding your rhythm on offense. I know you mentioned Steph already, but how instrumental was he and John to at least help you guys move the sticks, stay on the field? They seem to be carrying their football in the passing game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, two guys that just consistently do their job. John working back to me in a few plays, a couple of scramble drills, stuff getting open and doing this thing. It's going to take everybody moving forward, and we understand that. And we can't just rely on one guy to do their job. Guys step up, and guys make plays for us. It's fun to have when you have all these playmakers that just constantly want the ball in their hands and they make plays when they're called.
Perfect, thank you.
Josh, obviously you're not going to be dwelling on anything because you guys got the win, but you did say there was some meat left on the bone. What areas in particular do you feel like that you guys, could have been better at?
I mean, there was a few things, and particularly on my part. I can go over them all, but the best thing to do is forget about this one and turn our focus, like I said, towards next week, Sunday. And depending on who we play, doesn't really matter. We'll find out tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But like I said, it's only going to get tougher from here, and every game has more riding on it than the last, and we know that, and we're ready for it. And we're just excited for an opportunity to play next week.
As a team, how much confidence do you guys have knowing that on a day when maybe the offense doesn't play the best, the defense holds the Lamar Jackson-led Ravens to just 3 points?
Yeah, it's just great situational football, and again, that's what's preached here. Coach McDermott, it's one of his main things that he preaches, and our guys, we're trusting the process and doing as coaches asked, and that's really all it was.
Thanks, man. By the way, you got invited to a wedding on a sign, and it went viral, so check that out.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, Josh, you're all set, man. Thanks.
All right, thank you. That's it.
The quarterback brought to you by Great Lakes Building Systems. We keep an eye on your business, so you don't have to. Great Lakes Building Systems, our business is protecting your business. Allen, 23 for 37, 206, and a touchdown pass to Diggs, 3 yards early in the third quarter. Was he asked about the wind before we got on? Like, he got a lot of questions about confidence, as if there's any reason to think this team isn't confident. I don't know how many different ways we need them to say it, but was he asked at all about what the wind meant to his game? Like, I don't know. It felt like a pretty big story.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I heard the same thing you heard, so I don't have an answer for you. It's possible. It's possible that it didn't come up, I suppose. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, but he did look a little off in this game, right? You knew the defense was good, and it's not like anybody's always so on point. But it was certainly a storyline on the NBC broadcast that both quarterbacks, all three actually, when it came to Tyler Huntley missing Marquise Brown deep, had an issue with the wind. You had the kickers. The kickers seemed to mind.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Bass for sure, to me, kicked that ball left, expecting the wind to blow it to the right, and it just didn't. He didn't get enough of the wind, or what. But I don't think he mishit that. I think he hit it where he wanted to, expecting the wind to bend it more than it did. So I think Allen could have been in for a tough day. Well, I guess we'll never know. I mean, the wind is definitely a factor, but I think Baltimore might have really crossed them up by not sending heat. Maybe they would have played differently if they would have expected the Bills to be able to really get do damage through the air. I think they were more inclined to let him stand back there and try to throw it in that wind than risk leaving guys open one-on-one. So it might have been a day where they would have had to just sort of peck away like they have at other times against teams that play like more zone type defense and don't bring a lot of pressure. I think Baltimore Baltimore was smart, I think, to play. The reason I was so optimistic about the game is I thought in conditions that would be favorable for passing, if they blitz a lot, I thought Josh Allen would burn that. But they really did not blitz a lot. We'll have to wait and see what it looked like, as the second half unfolded. But boy, I don't remember them blitzing much at all, other than the play where Allen fumbled. That was a blitz, and he got dragged down and lost the ball there. But luckily, the Bills recovered it.
Yeah, you should have picked him then. You were so optimistic. That's a cheap shot by me. I don't even want to hear Bulldog sort of have to respond to that because he shouldn't. He should be above it. It's a cheap shot by me. I mean, I picked the Bills because I knew in our contest he would have to go against me.
Yeah,
because of the deficit. And so, as it happens, this is the game where I clinched the season. And
take your shot.
So
take your shot. I deserve it. The victor
you don't deserve
spoils. I'm not going to give you a big gift card for a fancy dinner or anything, but you won the contest.
You're no Rocket Mortgage? Is that what you're saying?
Right. No.
That's a free ad. All right. I love one thing about the Bills tonight that I'll remember at least for another hour is so the third quarter starts. It's 3-3. They get the kickoff to start the third quarter. And there were a couple of running plays and good ones. And you saw John Feliciano applaud and gesture to the bench thank you.
Right.
Those guys were probably ready for a couple of run blocking plays.
Yes.
By then.
I think that's right, yes.
You got to feed your linemen, but have liked all year. I think it's a huge part of the Bills story that they just have done very little of that right from the first week. And it's really almost a shocking development here this year that had meant a ton to their success, including tonight, even in a low-scoring game. I think they were on the right side. So, it's on to the AFC Championship against either the Chiefs, sure, or the Browns. What? We will see what happens tomorrow in Kansas City. They play at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And then the AFC Championship game will be at 6:40 next Sunday. The NFC goes first from Green Bay. Whoever wins the other NFC game tomorrow in Green Bay at 3 next Sunday. And then the Bills at home against the Browns or at home against the Browns or at Kansas City. I'm just never going to be able to just spit that out. The Bills and the Browns in an AFC Championship game. Give me a break. But we are...
I hope it happens.
We could see it. We could see it.
I mean, obviously,
right.
I hope it happens. It's a more, you're home, it's the Browns, but also just to, keep the 2020 strange vibes going into 2021. Like, you're telling me what happened at the end of the 2020 NFL season? The Bills and Browns played to see who's going to go to the Super Bowl? What?
And the Bills would be a nice favorite, I think. I think they'll be also a nice underdog at Kansas City. But they'd be a nice favorite against Cleveland. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's give our affiliates here on the network 10 seconds right now to identify themselves again here on the Bills Radio Network.
Sports Radio 550 WGR Buffalo and WKSE